First, you want to wash your face, and then you want to use a moisturizer. This is MAC's Strobe Cream. I'm using a brush to kind of buff the product into my skin. This kind of has a little bit of an opalescence glow to it, and I like that. Since I squeezed a little bit too much out, I'm just going to take the product down my neck and then highlight the high parts of my body, so like the collarbone and the shoulders, and you can even do down the arms if you want. Using a tiny bit of concealer and a fluffy brush, I am buffing in a little bit of concealer under the eyes and on the lids. You can apply it everywhere else that's needed. I was using a bit of MAC Prolongwear concealer. I'm using MAC Prolongwear foundation and a contouring brush to buff in the product. You should just use a little bit at a time and slowly add product. You don't want to start with too much, because then your face looks like, I don't know, a glazed cake or something. Basically with foundation, you just want to have an even tone all around the face and neck. I'm setting the foundation with a bit of loose powder. This is Ben Nye's Banana Luxury Powder. You can use a translucent powder, but just be careful because some powders will make your face look white in flash photography. I believe it's titanium dioxide that does that. You can always do a check to make sure that your face doesn't look funny by using your phone or a camera to take a picture with the flash on first. Now I'm using a mid-toned shadow color blush to contour my cheeks and other areas of my face. I like to do my temples because my forehead's kind of wide, and then you can do underneath your chin by the jawline too. I'm using a smaller fluffy brush to contour my nose and in the eyebrow area. I feel like for any makeup look, as long as the skin looks really good, everything else kind of falls into place. And then I'm going to use a really sheer light pink blush and apply that to my apples and kind of right above the contour. I'm going to blend that in so that there's no line of demarcation. I'm going to take my powder brush and just lightly blend out the blush. Next, I'm using a fan brush and a light white pearly kind of iridescent pigment to highlight my cheeks, the brow bone, down the center of my nose, the top of my lip, and the philtrum, and my chin. Philtrum is that little weird line under your nose. Just touching up with the contouring. Now I'm using 3 brushes. First, I'm going to use a spoolie to brush up my eyebrows, and then a little bit of brown gel eyeliner and an angled brush to fill in my brows. The front of the brow should not be super dark or start abruptly, but rather kind of slowly fade from kind of mid-tone to a little bit darker, and the ends should be defined. I'm going to use a light ashy color eyeshadow and set that product with the angled brush. And I understand every eyebrow and eyebrow style is different, but for this particular look, I feel like this type of brow will suit the overall makeup look. When you're done filling in your brows, I like to use a powder brush to just brush out the ends. Now I'm cleaning up the edge of the eyebrow with a little bit of concealer and a flat brush. That's going to give you that really clean, precise brow. If you do have a couple small stray hairs and you don't have a tweezer on you, the concealer will cover up the hair. Okay, and for the top of the eyebrow, I like to put foundation, the skin color foundation, on top to clear out the shape. I don't like to use a lighter color concealer on top because I find that it looks too much like a brow halo. So I just, in general, for like this look, I like to use just skin color foundation. And then again, buff everything out with a powder brush. Now I'm going to use an eyeshadow primer and a blending brush and apply the product all over my lid and into my crease. I also like to use a little bit of the remaining product under the corners of my eyes, and then with that same whitish pigment that I used to highlight, I'm going to apply that to the tops of my lid and blend that in. I'm adding a little bit more to give it more of a pop in the center of the eye. And then again, whatever remaining product I have on the brush, I'm going to take it a little bit under the corners of the eye. And now I'm using a skin color shadow. This one I'm using Wedge to apply the product into my crease using a fluffy brush. And I'm using neutral colors. So again, if you have a different color skin from me, you would use, for the crease color, a color that is similar to a shadow, like under your cheek. If you want to add a little bit of color to the neutral palette, you can use plums. That's a good option. So I'm using a fluffy brush and a burgundy kind of color in the corners of my eye, just doing tiny little circles and then buffing it out. Then you want to go back with your crease color and blend out just the edge of the burgundy. I'm going to add a wash of color using that mid-tone pinkish purple eyeshadow. It's best to start working light to dark, that way you can build up the look. Use that same eyeshadow and a pencil brush and color under your lash line. Using a detailed brush or an angled liner brush, use black gel eyeliner and put eyeliner on the top of your lids. Depending on the shape of your eye, figure out how you want to apply the eyeliner. You want to make sure you clean your brush in between doing the eyes. That way, when you apply new product, the line is nice and smooth. With the remaining product, I'm just lightly brushing on the outer corner of the eye. You're going to tight line with black eyeliner pencil, and then on the bottom, you're going to use a skin color or white eyeliner pencil. I only do it, let's see, from the inner part of the eye to about 2/3 the way across. And then you can set the waterline with a skin color or white eyeshadow. And then curl your eyelashes. I like to do the top and the bottom lashes. And then apply mascara. I like to use a waterproof mascara because that holds the curl better for me. Again, jiggle the wand and make sure you're brushing the lashes into place. So the inner ones go towards your nose, the center ones towards your forehead, the outer ones towards your ears. Then after, I like to use a lengthening mascara. I'm using Lash Stiletto, and then clean up underneath with a clean eyeshadow brush. This is for a more natural look. If you don't like that and you need more drama, you can add some false lashes. This is a little bit of dual eyelash glue. I like to hold both of them at once so it dries faster. It's going to take about 30 seconds or so for the lash glue to get tacky. And then you can go ahead and place the lashes above your natural lash line. Once you've done that, you can proceed to adjusting the lashes and putting them into place. And then after that, you can squeeze your natural lashes and the falsies together so that they blend better. And then you can clean up with a little bit of black gel eyeliner if you want. If you used false lashes, it's probably best to go back in with the dark burgundy or dark brown eyeshadow to add a bit more dimension to the eye so it doesn't look so flat. This is a firmer tapered blending brush that I'm using to apply more color. And again, if you add color, you have to blend that color out as well. So I'm using more of that pinkish purpley color. And that is the completed eyeshadow look. I'm using a little bit of lip conditioner and then a neutral color lip liner. This one is Spice by MAC, I believe. Lightly line your lip and then blend out the line. This is a pinkish purpley lipstick, just staying in theme with the pinkish purpley eyeshadow. And then I'm using a little bit of a pinky lipstick. And since we have that pinky purpley eyeshadow, I'm taking a little bit of a purpley blush to tie in that color. You could add lip gloss if you want, but I find that it gets a little messy. Anyways, that's it for the makeup. On to the styling of hair.